key element to watch in this game will be three-point shooting. Jacksonville State as a team shoots over 40%, as you see there, in three-point shooting. North Florida not too shabby as well. They shoot about 36%, but Gerhard, as Coach Tommy Wade gave us his normal scouting report before the game, he said this bunch shoots more threes than anybody in the league. They've shot over 600 this season, and playing here on the road against a red-hot conference-leading Jacksonville State team, how they're shooting the three ball early is going to be a big factor. It certainly will, and how JSU defends it will also be a big factor. That, you know, that's something they work on, because JSU is they take one and make one. On cue, Carter Hendrickson gets things started as we look at the Jacksonville State starting five. We mentioned Kane Henry, but you got to talk about Darian Adams, a 6-year graduate senior, transferred from Troy. Second season JSU, as he made the decision to come back after the COVID year, and he is really the heart and soul and team leader for this Jacksonville State team that has taken the ASUN by storm, unbeaten in conference play. And I tell you, if you don't think they got some people's attention last week with what they did, especially on Saturday at Liberty. Exactly, and one of the things about this team that I think is really impressive is they don't have to rely on one player. They can beat you in so many different ways, down in the post, outside. They have good leadership, as you mentioned, with Adams, and a lot of great experience as well. Darian misses his first three-point attempt, and Hendrickson unable to control the rebound, so it's out of bounds off of the Ospreys, and it will remain with Jacksonville State. One of the things that this basketball team can't do is turn it over a bunch of times to JSU. The Gamecocks, one of the high-powered offenses in the league. Finch had his shot rejected. You know, this is the kind of game, after the week JSU had last week, you know, the JSU coaches were stressing, guys, we've got to get off to a good start here. 1-1 conference game. It's interesting, they blew out Central Arkansas by 19. A team JSU only beat by 5 and really didn't lead till the very end of that game. But that was up at Central Arkansas. So this is a team that on any given night can beat you. And Brandon Huffman, incredible field goal percentage coming in, gets his first dunk of the night. I think he will make a living down there. Obviously with the height advantage down there, and also with the size and the strength as well. We mentioned Central Arkansas win for North Florida. They made 14 threes in that game. So again, they basically live and die by the three ball, and they are living by it right now. There is Placer's first points of the game. 2 threes is given the Ospreys a 6-2 lead. And you can see right there on that possession, he doesn't need a whole lot of room in order to be able to rise up with that shot and make it. Here is Kane Henry in the corner. Good ball movement by the Gamecocks. Finch sidestep three, and Gibbs, I should say, misses the three. So here come the Ospreys with a 6-2 lead. Pretty good start for the visitors from North Florida against the red-hot Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Here is Parker. Another three ball, this one off the mark, as after hitting his first one, Hendrickson has missed his last 2. Gibbs dribbles through the lane, gives it up to Kane Henry, who penetrates. Left hand, no good. There is Brandon Huffman battling for the loose ball, and Placer comes away with it. He takes it all the way and lays it up over Darian Adams. Nice aggressive play there. Good decision. They've gone a little bit cold there from downtown, missed their last shot, goes straight into Darian and is able to get the ball inside. It's good to keep the defense honest that way, being able to slice it like Jalen Finch drives. He has such good touch in the paint, gets his first points of the game. And you know, one negative, I guess, if you want to find a negative to what Jacksonville State has been able to do this season so far, is everybody knows you're on the schedule. Everybody, you got the bullseye on your back. Exactly. It always comes when you're the number one team. You'll always get every team's best effort, and especially JSU, new to all the programs here in this conference outside of Eastern Kentucky, where they used to share the OVC. But now coming in, kind of like a bull in the china shop, everybody will give them their best effort. Nice start to the game for Brandon Huffman. Hits the baseline shot facing the basket. That's always a good sign when Brandon makes those shots facing the hoop. He's got 4 points as the Gamecocks cut it to 2. Inside it goes, and James has it knocked away, recovers on the baseline. Under 10 on the shot clock as Placer calls for the screen. Penetrates, and somehow got it up over the 6'10", Brandon Huffman.
I'll tell you what, he has been a really fun watch here as of late. Got good hops, got good vision. Of course, he could knock down a three-pointer as he did earlier. And that time, kind of straight at the biggest man in the conference.
Darian's tough three going away from the basket. Brandon Huffman winds up with it. Nice touch for the big man as Brandon Huffman has 6 of JSU's 8 points. Hendrickson and Kane Henry collide, no whistle. Fans not happy about it. 3-point shot is good as Jarius Hicklin knocks it down. He is their leading 3-point shooter.
Good job by North Florida continuing to play through it. Foul not called. Hicklin being able to get himself to a good spot to pass it off and take the shot, I should say.
It's his 53rd made 3 as Kane Henry misses a 3. Substitutes waiting for Coach Ray Harper. And how about Placer? Wow. Coach Harper going to call a timeout, and what a start for this young man as he is lighting it up here in this first quarter. It is North Florida trying to snap the Gamecocks' 10-game winning streak. Off to a good start here. Driscoll's team. Coach Driscoll in his 13th season at North Florida, and his team leader Jose Placer is off to a fantastic start. He's 4 for 4 from the floor, 2 for 2 from 3 with 10 points. Jawan Purdue with a very difficult shot on the baseline. To the game, as has Damari King for Jacksonville State.
We'll see if JSU will continue to go down to the post. They've had a lot of success there. 8 points so far, all 8 inside the paint.
Thanks to Brandon Huffman, who is catching a breather. Finch backs it out. High screen from Zelli. Darian moves in the lane, and with the flush, Darian Adams says, you know, had enough of this. Puts it home.
He can always provide a spark. He usually does it from downtown. That time, the great dunk.
Nice backdoor cut by Carter Hendrickson. Teammate found him for the basket. 8-point lead for the Ospreys. Found help in Adams, who drives again. Gives it up back to Finch. Ospreys doing a good job cutting off the paint on the Gamecocks' penetration. Here's Damari King. His first shot of the game is and it's a floater that falls through.
We talked about the scouting report earlier. I think the word is out on Damari King, so he's trying to find different ways to help in the offense, and that was a beautiful play right there.
I tell you, Abar had Zelli Snack's jersey, and the fans saw it. The official didn't. And they get the turn, they get the steal, and they get the 3 from Ataboyan.
Zelli Snack's jersey was peeled, and somehow they don't catch it, but the Ospreys keep it rolling. They're able to find the bottom of the basket one more time from downtown.
Already have attempted 8 threes. Boy, Coach Tommy Wade's scouting report was right on the money, and they've made 4 of them, and that's why they're off to such a good start in this one. Zelli Snack. Nice feed from Darian Adams, and Zelli Snack dunks it. Is this kind of a just weather the storm here in this situation if you're JSU, Gerhardt?
I think so. I think you figure they can't stay this hot, even though plus themselves in it by getting themselves offensive rebounds just like this. But to further your point, I think you think, okay, they're on the road. They can't keep this up. Weather the storm, stay in it, and then make a move.
Well, if you give them 3 cracks at it, their chances improve, and that is a second 3 in a row for Emmanuel Ataboyan. Jawan Purdue in the paint, and he can't finish, but he is fouled, and he will head to the free throw line after our media timeout. 11:05 to play here in the first half. It is a 10-point lead for the Ospreys of North Florida here at Jacksonville State. You're watching ASUN basketball on ESPN+.
Hey Cover Girls, coming to you fresh-faced from home. Remember that? I was the Cover Girl in 1990.
North Florida, who has hit 6 threes already here in the first 9 minutes of this game. They're shooting 53% from the field overall. Here is Jawan Purdue at the free throw line, and Jawan misses the first. He is a 54% free throw shooter. And he makes 1 of 2, which is his season average. Jay Powell's going to check into the game. Purdue goes out. Jay Powell, 6'9", large wingspan. Perfect to put at the point of this press Coach Harper now has employed. They find Priester open in the corner. Another offensive rebound. This is Abar with it. JSU getting out rebounded 10-6 right now, and they take advantage of the second shot as Abar drops it in with a little half hook.
Excellent ball movement there and good positioning as well, knowing that Huffman was down there and able to get out over the outstretched hands for the second time today.
You know, there's not much you can do when a team is shooting the three like this. Obviously, you can defend better always, but getting out rebounded, you know, that's tough to take for the JSU coaches right now.
That's exactly right, and it's both a situation where it's kind of right time, right place, but then also boxing out as well to get themselves a second opportunities.
Foul there on Jordan Priester. Gamecocks set to inbound. Priester will head out of the game. Darian Adams operates one-on-one, goes in, gets his own shot, misses, and the rebound snatched down by Abar. Not only are they getting offensive rebounds, they're limiting JSU to one shot.
Exactly, and you keep doing that, you have a chance in every game, and especially in a game like this when you're on the road. They haven't had a win on the road all year long, but they're coming into a place where it's not their gym, and they're shooting it lights out from three.
Here's another three-point shot. And another offensive rebound. The Gamecocks able to tie up Abar on the floor, but Abar is killing the Gamecocks with these offensive rebounds.
I'll tell you what, it's just effort right here, being able to get your hands on it and try as best as you can to hang on and call JSU ball.
Abar, a 6'9" freshman out of Kissimmee, Florida. So the arrow points to the Gamecocks. JSU down by 11. Inside it goes. Brandon Huffman with his second dunk of the game and his 8th point. James gives it up to Adeboyan. Out top to Abar. He'll try his first 3 of the game. Misses it long, and Darian Adams with a rebound. And our officials, by the way, for tonight's game, the crew chief is Chris Ford, also Jason Deering and Chris Belinek. And that is a foul against Dorian James. 3rd team foul for the Ospreys. JSU has yet to commit a foul in this game, and we're already 11 minutes in. Damari King gives it up to Jay Powell. Spin shot, little half hook, no good. Rebound is taken by Jaden Parker. Again, just one shot for the Gamecocks. And how about the closeout defense against JSU's Damari King, who is shooting almost 50% from 3 this year.
Yeah, he's having a really strong season. We have talked about his surge in the month of December all the way to now, but this is a JSU team that has really thrived off of his play offensively.
Huffman erases that shot from Parker, his first block of the game. Now he works against Parker, who hits the deck, and Huffman puts the shot away. So Huffman now with 10 points to lead the Gamecocks here in scoring.
It's a battle of different styles here. Of course, the Ospreys want to get this ball out quickly from downtown. They knock down another one. Does our leading scorer, Placer. Meanwhile, Jacksonville State, all their points outside of one free throw has been in the paint. Really contrasting styles here.
Placer, what an incredible start to this one. 5 of 6 from the floor. Brandon Huffman, what a start for Brandon. He now has 12 points. This is his best start by far this year offensively.
And I think both leading scorers are representing the kind of play they want. Placer with those 13 points, all from outside where the Ospreys want to live. Meanwhile, Jacksonville State being led by Brandon Huffman's 12 points, all on the inside.
Good ball movement by the Gamecocks. They find Gibbs open. Missed the three. Long rebound to the Ospreys. 8-point lead for North Florida. Again, the Ospreys only 5-17 this season, 1-7 in league play. And Placer misses the shot. Gamecocks come out of there with it. Darian, nice pump fake, and gets the roll.
They obviously have a size advantage with their post players, but I think that they believe man for man across the board, they have the more size and the better skill down low.
An open look there for Hendrickson, but he missed it. Darian has an open look, and he misses. But Jay Powell with the follow and the flush. Timeout taken by North Florida. Gamecocks on a little bit of a run here. Jay Powell, nice hustle down the floor with the dunk, bringing the Gamecock crowd to their feet. Great start to the game for Brandon Huffman. 4-point lead, thanks in large part to the perfection of Brandon Huffman, who is 6 for 6 from the field, including that dunk. Darian Adams. So North Florida in the half court now. Gamecocks trying to pick up the defensive coverage out at the three-point line. A three-point shot is good as Jarius Hicklin knocks down his second three of the game.
And I'll tell you what, that was not bad defense by Jalen Gibbs, right in the face. However, just a better offensive play, going up with the shot and making it.
The outstanding three-point shooting continues for the Ospreys. They're shooting 40%, 8 of 20. Zelesnak missed the dunk. Oh, you can't miss from that close.
Especially when the entry pass is that good and you're so wide open. And I think it's one of the situations where he was going to dunk it maybe very last second, wanted to lay it up, but then it hit the back of the iron.
And we're going to have a touch foul out beyond the three-point line as Gibbs makes contact with Ataboyan, and Coach Harper's going to put Brandon Huffman right back in the game after that missed left-handed dunk from Zelesnak.
Yeah, he'll be thinking about that one for a while as he takes a rest. They'll need his efforts down low with especially how much production they've gotten from the bench, from the paint.
Inside the A-bar, and going to have a blocking foul called inside against Jalen Finch. It was almost like the official was about to call charge and changed his mind. Crowd letting him hear about it.
You'll let you judge for yourself here down low, and he thinks he got to the spot. I think he's got a few thousand fans on his side.
They lob it into A-Bear. And he misses. Finch goes up, gets a rebound, ahead to DeMar King. DeMar takes a body shot there from Hicklin. Foul on the floor. So the Gamecocks will inbound. Down by 7. Well, they're not giving DeMar any room at that three-point line. Trap him in the corner. They get it to Huffman. They swing it Other side of the floor, Ataboyan knocks it out of bounds.
It's a good recovery there by Ataboyan. JSU had the offense set up and great passing and wide open three-point opportunity in the corner.
Cleaning up a little moisture on the other side of the floor here on Bill Jones Court. Gamecocks inbound with 16 on the shot clock. King open. Three ball from the corner is an air ball. I think Damari was surprised at how open he was that time.
Probably so. Isn't especially not in this run over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks or so.
Three ball is good by Hendrickson. That is his second made threes, 2 for 5 now from behind the three-point line. It's back to a 10-point Ospreys lead.
What a weapon he is, 6'7". He's a really good defender as well. And he's knocked down some three-pointers to keep this team in lead.
Brandon lost it on the way up. Here comes North Florida with a chance to extend their 11. And they turn it over here. Turnover number 4. And that'll take us to our final media timeout of the first half. 3:50 to play here in the first. North Florida on a 6-0 run and a 10-point lead.
Oh, there's my little nephew. He looks more like Dad every time I see him.
Last week they saw the Gamecocks defeat Kennesaw State, then go on the road and knock off Liberty on Saturday night. But here at home against 5-17 North Florida, Gerhard, they trail by 10, thanks in large part to some hot three-point shooting tonight from the visitors.
We knew that this team would give JSU its best shot. And this is a North Florida team that can really score with the best of them, especially from downtown. And it really says a whole lot when they come on the road here in this building where a lot of the fans and people in the community are starting to catch on about how good this team is in this conference. Tip of the cap of the first half to the Ospreys so far.
That was their first time in a zone. JSU missing the three from Jalen Gibbs. And Passer dribbles it off his leg. Gamecocks come away with it. Darian open from three. Misses it. Kane Henry able to contort his body and get the offensive rebound. Darian drives in the paint. His one-handed runner is good. 6 points now for Darian Adams.
A lot of times Adams is one of those players that lets the game kind of arrive to him. It feels like this time he's really have a concerted effort to take it over.
Gamecocks limit the Ospreys to one shot on that trip. Darian lobs it into Brandon Huffman. Brandon missed the hook shot. Kane Henry able to chase it down on the baseline. Gibbs left open. This is another three. Look at Kane Henry sky over Passer for the offensive rebound, and Darian Adams throws it into the first row.
We saw that kind of effort from the Ospreys earlier. That time it was almost a one-man show, and Kane Henry with a bunch of offensive rebounds there. However, the Gamecocks unable to turn that extra effort into extra points.
Gibbs goes out of the game, gets a pat from his coach. He's 0 for 4 from 3, but Coach Harper knows he's going to need his starting two guard in the second half. Basically, keep your head up. Try to get it inside to Abar, and they're going to call the foul on Roos Zelisnak. So 2:03 to play here in the first half. A very productive first half for North Florida. They look to get the lead back to double digits here on this possession. Nice ball movement, finds Passer open in the corner. And we're going to get a foul inside against Jonathan Abar. Or actually, they call it on Josh Berenbaum.
Yeah, working defensively inside, trying to get the rebound, I should say, on Jalen Finch.
So the Gamecocks, under 2 to play in the first half, try to cut into the 8-point lead. Finch all the way, misses the shot, but does draw the foul. A shooting foul, and Jalen will head to the free throw line, and that is the first foul against Jose Plasar. So Jalen Finch steps up to the free throw line. Jalen, a 75% free throw shooter, and he connects on his first free throw. Third point of the game for JSU starting point guard. And makes them both. Gamecocks full court pressure. The Ospreys beat it. Abar posted against Kane Henry on the baseline. And loses it out of bounds. Nice defense there by Henry.
Yeah, it's really solid defense, being able to stay in front of him. And that will be an interesting matchup between these two players. They have about the same kind of skill athletically, have the same body type. But that time, the decision goes to Kane Henry.
The reigning ASUN Player of the Week. That was announced on Monday. We talked in our open about Kane's week last week, 24 against Bellarmine on Monday, the 24th of January, then played very well on the road in the wins over Kennesaw State and Liberty. Gary, a nice crossover move, missed the shot. There is another offensive rebound by Henry. Finch open for three, misses it. The Gamecocks need to follow their shot. They're getting some long rebounds on these missed threes.
They certainly are, and the Ospreys lucking out a bit. A couple of wide open three-pointers off the mark.
Corsair guarded now by Jay Powell. Berenbaum penetrates the paint and has his shot blocked by Jay Powell. We mentioned the length Powell has, and it comes into play there. Finch on the little hesitation, and the nice touch off the glass with the right hand.
It's a really difficult shot, especially when you're going at the rate of speed that he was going. Really fast, but you need nice soft touch off the glass, and was able to pull off both.
Gamecocks on a little run here late in the first half. Anybody want it? Berenbaum able to track it down. Again, just nice job with offensive rebounding here in the first half for North Florida. Gives them the chance at the last shot of the half. Hook shot in the lane is short from Parker, and that'll take us to the end of the first half. All things considered, if you're Jacksonville State, you got to feel okay being down by 4, as well as North Florida has shot the ball, especially from 3 here inside Pete Matthews Coliseum. We are at halftime for Jacksonville. You're watching ASUN College Basketball. Jose Placer with a 4-point lead. Brandon Huffman's play in the paint, keeping JSU in this thing in the first half, with the Gamecocks 0 for 12 from behind the three-point line. It'll be the Ospreys inbounding. We resume play. Talk about JSU shooting to 3. Obviously, you have to defend that three-point line as well, which might open up some things in the paint for the Ospreys.
That's certainly right, and we'll see how both teams handle this maybe first 5 minutes or so. See what the flow is going to be. All 10 starters back on the floor for both squads.
Hendrickson posting Kane Henry. Wild shot on the baseline, no good, and the Gamecocks' Brandon Huffman able to come away with it. So the Gamecocks get the stop to start the second half.
I think these are really important here, these half-court sets for JSU. When they have Huffman on the floor, as well as another guy that can play down low, and Kane Henry.
They lob it into Brandon, and he gets fouled, and the shot falls. So the second half looking a lot like the first half for number 50.
And this is where he's so good, because when the defense collapses, he is strong enough but has soft enough hands to be able to get up there. So play through the contact, but have soft enough hands just to get the ball up and then hopefully get the roll, and that time he did.
So here's Huff at the line, a 58% free throw shooter. Misses short. Boy, Kane Henry, he seems like he's gotten his hands on every loose ball tonight and almost got a hold of that one.
Yeah, I think he wanted to push that one just straight back, and hopefully one of his guys would get it. Went out to the side, but that's one of the things that JSU has really done a good job of. They're long in length, but found a way to utilize and make a real weapon.
Kane Henry with 5 offensive rebounds in that first half. Brandon Huffman swats that shot away. Second block of the game for Brandon.
Good play on the ball here by Brandon Huffman, and will make everybody in this league think twice about taking a shot up in the lane. They've had a little bit of success, a couple of shots there in that first half, but not much post that.
Hicklin hit a couple of threes in that first half. Hendrickson hit a couple himself and knocks down one here.
Second leading scorer on this basketball team, averaging about 11 points per game, sitting right at his average. He got the hot start shooting in the first half and off to a nice start here in the second.
He's the senior citizen on the team tonight as well, the only junior. The rest are sophomores and freshmen. Darian Adams, one-handed runner on the baseline, left short. So here come the Ospreys with a 5-point lead. They have now made 10 threes in the game. They hit 14 threes in their win over Central Arkansas last week. And Gamecocks come up with a steal here.
Yeah, really nowhere to go with the ball for Parker down low, and Huffman will do that.
Hendrickson hit the floor, no foul. Here is Darian Adams. Long three is no good, so the Gamecocks still no three-pointers. 0 for 13 now. It's almost like when that first one comes, the lid might blow off.
Right.
Nice finish there by Hendrickson.
I'll tell you what, he's played a really solid game. He's 6'7". He got nice handles, and he could take it straight to the basket as he did then, and he shot the ball all game really well.
Jalen Finch missed the shot, but Brandon Huffman there to clean up. Huffman now with 16 points in the game. Hendrickson shoots, makes another one, and he is feeling it here tonight. 16 points for Hendrickson.
He's coming off a career high in his last game against Lipscomb, 26 points in that game. And in that game, he was only 1 of 8 from downtown. He's having a great day shooting-wise, but he is certainly feeling it over the last 2 games.
That is the 11th made three for the Ospreys. Kane Henry, nice pump fake, steps in, shoots the mid-range, and gets the roll. That is Kane's first bucket of the game. James left open, and he knocks down the three. Wow.
We asked earlier if it's going to be a situation where you just weather the storm. This storm might last 40 minutes, the way that the Ospreys are shooting today.
Ospreys spraying threes from all over the place. From a host of different players as well.
I think that's the most impressive thing is when you come into a new gym, you usually find that one hot hand. Here it's everybody. It's been everybody.
Jalen Finch somehow got the shot over 6'10". Jaden Parker made it and drew the foul. And that'll take us to our first media timeout of the second half. Good start to the second half for North Florida. They lead the Gamecocks 46-39.
Hey, honey, it's Mom. Just wanted to call and check in, see how...
And we're back inside Pete Matthews Coliseum. It is a 7-point lead for the visitors from North Florida. Jalen Finch at the line to try to convert on the three-point play.
It's about as close as JSU's been able to get to 3 points in one possession all game long.
Jalen is now 3 for 3 from the line tonight. He has 9 points. Gamecocks employ full-court man-to-man press. First time we've seen this. Up until now, it's been a three-quarter court zone press. Gamecocks trying to pick up the pace here with the defense. Hendrickson guarded by Adams. Hendrickson now posted on the right block, turns, shoots, and a whistle and a foul against Darian.
He certainly doesn't agree with it, and neither does Coach Harper and the fans here in the building. This is going to be a really interesting matchup between Carter Hendrickson, who is coming off their 26-point performance against Lipscomb. Really feeling it right now. And first team all-conference last year, second team all-conference the year before that. Really big battle here with Darian Adams.
And he is a knockdown free throw shooter as well. Shoots 86% from the line. Makes the first and makes the second. What a night for Hendrickson. 18 points now on 6 of 12 shooting. 4 for 8 from 3. Again, North Florida has made 12 out of 27 threes. JSU still looking for their first three-pointer, 0 for 13. At this point, Gerhard, you just got to run your offense, take what they give you, and if you get one to go down, then you just kind of take a deep breath at that point.
That's exactly right, and especially when you're playing at home. If this was on the road, it'd be a different situation, which makes what North Florida is doing even more impressive.
Hicklin just made his third three again. He is their leading three-point shooter. He's attempted 129. He's made 55, 3 of those tonight. He has 9 points, all of his points from 3. It is back to 11. That is the largest lead, matches the Ospreys' largest lead, which was 11 in the first half. Darian goes up with the left hand and lays it in.
Points in the paint continue to be Jacksonville State's friend here, and really countering what the Ospreys are doing from beyond the arc.
So far this second half playing out just like the first half did. Missed shot in the paint, and Brandon Huffman with a rebound. Adams in the paint, picks up his dribble. Finch with the spin move, misses the shot. Hebert with a rebound.
Good job defensively there by the Ospreys, staying out in front and then also making sure Huffman doesn't get to that board.
Gamecocks had to pay so much attention to Hendrickson that it left open Hebert in the paint.
Highlight-worthy dunk there.
So Hebert will head to the line to try to convert the three-point play. The foul there against Darian Adams.
Really good find also there by Carter Hendrickson. Nice soft touch inside.
Good look at the freshman from Kissimmee, Florida. A 68% free throw shooter. Gets the roll there. And Hebert will check out of the game. And coming in will be Jaden Parker. So a new largest lead now for North Florida, 12 points. Going to have a foul against Placer. Amari King is checked into the game. Well, the Gamecocks can only hope he can find some open three-point looks.
He's certainly needed in that category right now. And of course, everybody knows the damage Damari King has done. The worst kept secret now in the league.
Darian fouled as he went up for the shot against Jaden Parker. That is going to be the third foul against the freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina. That is six-year senior against a freshman.
Experience tilts with the transfer from Troy. Played a lot of college basketball. I'm sure Parker will get his time helping to lead this young team, but Adams, the senior statesman on that one, being able to get himself to the free throw line and knock him down.
And it comes to Placer. Long three-point shot and a bank shot from Hendrickson, and Darian Adams' expression sums it up. He just, what do you do?
What can I do? There is literally nothing more I can do here, and you just have to tip your cap off to Hendrickson playing lights out today at Pete Matthews Coliseum.
Hendrickson now with 21 points to lead all scorers. 5 threes in the game, including the bank-in three from the left wing. Attaboyan left open, missed a three. Look at the effort there from Parker to try to keep that alive, but it'll be off of him, out of bounds over to the Gamecocks. Checking in for North Florida will be Dorian James. Placer will get a break. A 13-point lead. Darian goes cross court to Finch. They swing it to Damari. He drives. Gamecocks got to get a shot off in a hurry. Jay Powell misses, and it's a shot clock violation. Gamecocks moved the ball a lot that time. Nobody pulled the trigger on the shot, though.
And really good recovery defensively for the Ospreys as well, and that might be part of the reason why every Gamecock seemed to be hesitant until they had to take a shot at the end.
Quick trigger there by Hendrickson, and why not? He can't miss.
Yeah. You know, he is sitting 3 points away from his career high. 26 points against Lipscomb at 24 here today. And what a start here by...
Well, North Florida junior Carter Hendrickson hit the first shot of the game, and it was a three-pointer. And boy, that was a good omen for him, because he has continued that, including that bank-in three there, and then this one just a moment ago. And he is lighting it up tonight. 24 points, 6 of 10 from behind the three-point line, and it is a 16-point lead, largest of the game for North Florida.
A sensational start by Hendrickson, and JSU has countered with great play in the paint. However, not to the same level as the Ospreys today.
And that'll take us right to our media timeout. 11:32 left here in the second half. We will step aside for another break.
Sunday at 3 Eastern on ABC and ESPN.
Well, Brandon Huffman has been pretty much most of the offense for Jacksonville State tonight. He's at the line again and misses the first. Brandon's got 16 points. But every point opportunity counts right now when you're down by 16. Brandon makes the second. Gamecocks in the full court press again. Trying to create a turnover. Get some kind of spark going.
Either that or trying to get the ball out of number 3's hands as much as possible. Meanwhile, the Ospreys are finding any way to let Carter Hendrickson touch the ball.
Kane Henry gets Hendrickson on the switch. He shoots it anyway at the shot clock buzzer. It's tapped out to Finch, ahead to Kane Henry. Kane drives, misses the shot. Hendrickson with good defense.
Just enough to alter the shot without fouling. Good job defensively by the Ospreys, and a really tough shot attempt there by Kane Henry.
Nice drive, but Hicklin unable to finish. Amari King open in the lane. His runner is left short. Parker with the rebound.
Frustrating turn of events here for Jacksonville State. No field goals in just over 4 minutes here.
Attaboy kicks it out to Hicklin. Hicklin comes off the screen. Finds James. Attaboy drives. Has the shot blocked by Brandon Huffman as the buzzer expires. Our shot clock expires, and coming back into the game is Placer. He's gotten a long break. He should be rested and ready here for the final 9 minutes.
I won't be a bit surprised if Coach Driscoll just relies on him throughout the rest of the way, knowing how much attention Carter Hendrickson will get as this game goes along. You definitely want your number one scorer being able to either go one-on-one or find wide open opportunities.
Bench lobs into Brandon Huffman with a dunk. Again, that has been pretty much the entire offense tonight has been Brandon Huffman in the paint. Placer draws contact on the drive to the basket. It's going to be against Huffman. You know, it's just an odd game because when you look at the field goal percentage, JSU is shooting 42%, just 2 percentage points behind North Florida. It is the three ball that has just been the difference.
It certainly has, and it feels like as the game goes along, it gets more and more important. You know, they were sitting there where Jacksonville State was only down about 6 to 8 points. Kind of kept it in the road, so to speak. However, the more they continue to make their three-point shots, the Ospreys, the more it feels that stat line gets a little more and more glaring off the table.
They are 15 of 32 is North Florida, 47% from three. Again, JSU 0 for 13 from three. And give credit to North Florida with the way they've defended the three-point line. Kane Henry brings the crowd to their feet with a dunk.
It's the classic threes versus twos game going on right now for the Ospreys and the Gamecocks.
Open in the corner and knocking it down is Jordan Priester. That is his first three of the game.
And it's always really, really good to have somebody else that's hot from downtown. Hendrickson taking a much-needed break. Sar did earlier. It's good to get production when your hot hands are getting a rest.
Jonathan Abar is going to check back into the game. As you see, Attaboy getting helped off the floor. They just have so many different guys that can shoot the three. It's not just one or two or three. Every position on the floor is capable of knocking down the three as Damari King misses a three from the corner. Gamecocks now 0 for 14. The way this team has played tonight, how are they 5 and 17 and 1 and 7 in the league?
I think a lot of people from Jacksonville State, just looking at their programs, might think the same thing. And just people watching Jacksonville State this entire season, they would have thought that, hey, this game will be a blowout. Talk to our friends over in the desert. They imagine a double-digit game here for Jacksonville State as far as their margin of victory. But give Ospreys all the praise in the world here today. Doing a really good job just knocking down the three-point shot. And keep in mind, it's the first time in this building. Jacksonville State and North Florida have played before, but hadn't played here.
Timeout on the floor. 8 minutes exactly remaining in this one. It is all North Florida as the Ospreys lead Jacksonville State 67-49.
Is it worth it? The effort, the time?
I need to try it first.
8 minutes exactly remaining in the game, and a good look at junior Carter Hendrickson. What a game he has put on tonight with his three-point shooting. It is a 67-49 lead for the Gamecocks as Darian Adams takes it in, misses. Another offensive rebound for Kane Henry, ducks his head and bowls his way into A-bar and draws the foul against the defender.
With a rough shooting night from the outside, in order to claw back into this one as we dip under 8 to play, to get back to the free throw line and make those free throws. There you see the effort on the offensive board. And Henry going right up against A-bar and drawing the foul. Now the biggest thing here is to take advantage when you do get to the free throw line.
Kane has been a beast on the offensive glass tonight. 6 offensive rebounds in the game. Makes both free throws, cuts the lead to 16, and Carter Hendrickson is going to check back into the game. Appropriately wearing jersey number 3 tonight. I think they just put that on him during the timeout.
Probably so. He's just one of those where you just have a night, and we've seen different players do that across the country, even in this building. Damari King had one a few weeks ago, and sometimes it's just your day.
Priester with kind of a wild shot in the lane. Here come the Gamecocks with an opportunity to slice into the lead. Kane Henry against Hendrickson on the baseline, gives it up to Darian, shoots a 3 and makes the first 3 of the game for Darian Adams.
And I think the entire crowd understood the three-point disparity between these two teams, and it really feels more like a relief. Like, okay, finally we can settle down here on our offensive side from downtown and see if this will start away for the Gamecocks.
Hendrickson drives and is going to be whistled for, a blocking foul. And Hendrickson grabbing that left elbow. Well, this will be an interesting replay if we get another look at this one. Hendrickson still on the floor.
Yeah, an interesting development all the way around, not just with the call here, but also with the impending injury here with Carter Hendrickson and Coach Driscoll out to take a look at his sharpshooter.
Actually, he's holding his right elbow. Kane Henry got there, but Hendrickson tried to avoid the defender. So the official with a blocking call against Kane Henry. Both teams will go to the bench as they check on the status of Carter Hendrickson, who remains on the floor underneath the basket. Flexing that right arm now, which is a good sign.
It definitely looks like he's able to.
54, North Florida with a 13-point lead over Jacksonville State. And at the line now is Carter Hendrickson, which is great to see. Back in the game after injuring that elbow on that fall a moment ago, and he hits the free throw.
And just to clarify, a little bit of gamesmanship between the two coaches here, because it was a situation if Hendrickson could not shoot these free throws, JSU gets a pick who shot him, because Driscoll calls a timeout and gets his sharpshooter back on the court.
Nothing wrong with the stroke there. Hendrickson now with 26 points in the game. Back to a 15-point lead. We go under 7 to play. Nice finish there by Jalen Finch, who has reached double figures with 11 points.
Once again attacking the basket. It's been JSU's calling card all game long, and just like the three-point shooting has seen a wide variety from the Ospreys. Exact same thing offensively for JSU.
And a clear path to the basket for Jarius Hicklin as he lays it in.
Very quick with the basketball, saw that corner, turned it open, was able to finish.
Darian cut off on the baseline. Drives on Hendrickson. Pull-up jumper from inside the free throw line is good for Darian Adams.
This is going to be a good back and forth between Adams and Hendrickson. marked on each other right now.
Gamecocks have cut the lead to 13. Gamecocks need a stop, and the crowd knows it. Channing defense. Shot clock under 10. Here's Hendrickson against Adams. Has it knocked loose, and the shot clock buzzer goes off. Good defensive job there by Adams against Hendrickson.
I looked for a second that they would be able to get another clean shot off. The Ospreys don't, and for every empty possession for the Ospreys creates an opportunity for Jacksonville State.
Finch drives, takes the contact from Abar, couldn't finish, but will get a trip to the free throw line, a chance to score with the clock stopped. Abar with foul number 2. Jalen Finch is 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Misses the first.
And all these become so much more important. They're important any night, but they're so much more important on a night like this when you're trying to claw your way back after a team who's come in and shot lights out from the three-point line, and you want to be able to counterbalance that with your play in the paint and on the free throw line.
1 of 2 for Jalen Finch, 12 points in the game. It's a 12-point lead for the Ospreys. Have a whistle and a foul. Gibbs defending against Jose Placer. Bringing out the Boo Birds here inside the Pete. Hebert gets free on the inbound and dunks it.
Beautifully designed play by the Ospreys. Wide open, stayed patient, and Abar finishes.
Abar now with 7 points in the game. Ospreys back to a zone. Darian, nice pass inside to Jay Powell, missed the layup. Placer, long three, and knocks it down, and that story of the game right there. Gamecocks miss a shot inside, and Placer hits a deep step back three. Back to a 17-point lead.
Not much more you could say about the offensive performance here for North Florida.
Gibbs missed the three. Adams the offensive rebound. Damari King finds himself open and hits the corner three. Keep the hopes alive here for the Gamecocks. Believe it or not, that is Damari's first three of the game, and it comes at the 4-minute mark. This three on the other end by Hicklin. King wanted to pull up in transition, but Dorian James a little too much length. Darian takes it all the way, has the shot blocked. Great defense inside by Dorian James. And Coach Harper out on the court in the official's face and gets teed up.
Everybody in the building wanted a foul there on Darian Adams going inside, and I think it's been a night of frustration. I don't think that technical foul was necessarily for that specific moment, and I don't think Coach Harper's anger is about that specific moment. I think it's been boiling frustration about their lack of ability to hit this three-pointer all game long.
Coach Harper still letting the official hear about it. We'll take a timeout and return to Pete Matthews in just a moment. It's the corner three. Keep the hopes alive here for the Gamecocks. Believe it or not, that is Damari's first three of the game, and it comes at the 4-minute mark. This three on the other end by Hicklin. King wanted to pull up in transition, but Dorian James a little too much length. Darian takes it all the way, has the shot blocked. Great defense inside by Dorian James. And Coach Harper out on the court in the official's face and gets teed up.
Everybody in the building wanted a foul there on Darian Adams going inside, and I think it's been a night of frustration. I don't think that technical foul was necessarily for that specific moment, and I don't think Coach Harper's anger is about that specific moment. I think it's been boiling frustration about their lack of ability to hit this three-pointer all game long.
Coach Harper still letting the official hear about it. We'll take a timeout and return to Pete Matthews in just a moment. Three and a half minutes to play in this one. North Florida enjoying a 76-62 lead. And here's a look at the play a moment ago that created the technical from Coach Harper's. He came out on the court, confronted the official, felt like Dorian James had made contact with Darian Adams on that drive we just took a look at. And Placer unable to make the technical free throw. Been a frustrating night for Coach Harper. It's just, especially with the way that North Florida has shot that three ball. 17 of 35. Anytime the Gamecocks got that thing under 10, got close, they got it obviously to 4 at halftime. The Ospreys have just had the answer every time.
It's not just the volume that's impressive, but also, as you mentioned, the timing. Every single time there was a run, there was a three-pointer waiting for the Ospreys.
Placer goes to the floor, no whistle. Finch drives, misses, but Jay Powell with a follow dunk. The lead is 13. And the Ospreys back down in the dunk from Abar.
And the crowd wanted either a moving screen or a push to be able to free him open. They don't get it. This has been a physical basketball game, especially in the second half.
Darian Adams pulls up, misses the three, and the rebound taken by James. 1-7 in conference play is North Florida. In last place in the East, about to knock off the #1 team in the A-Sun, it appears, unless something drastically changes here in the final 2 minutes.
This will be the shocker of the A-Sun. I think that North Florida, for every team that's played them so far, they understand the way they play, but to come into a building that they've never played in here at Pete Matthews Coliseum and turn up this performance, sure it's going to be the shocker of the league.
Foul there against Jay Powell will send Placer to the line. You know, Placer started off so hot in the game, and then Hendrickson comes on and one-ups him. It has been quite a 1-2 punch for Coach Driscoll tonight. He's gotten 20 points out of Placer and 26 from Hendrickson.
That's exactly what you want with your two best players overall, but then you have a guy like Hendrickson that can guard your best player, and he's done that for the majority of the night, either guarding Kane Henry or Darian Adams. Giving Placer a night off, and there's been a nice back and forth between those two teams. So they finally get the foul there. Jacksonville State fans been wanting fouls in the last, I would say, 6 to 7 possessions.
Coach Harper barking over there. Can't afford another one, and there you see the contact from Abar. I think what upset Coach Harper was a late whistle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was the official one step away from the play that blew the whistle. And I think the official Coach Harper had a beef with was there and didn't blow the whistle.
There's always going
to
be animosity between coaches and the officiating crew, and officials obviously doing what they can to make sure they call it right. But however, it's been a frustrating day, not only shooting the basketball from beyond the arc, but also getting the calls.
And a turnover here in the backcourt is Adeboyan couldn't handle the pass. The Gamecocks get it back, but down by 15 points. Darien drives, lost it on the way up, but they're going to call the foul against Dorian James.
Well, I think this is the time where Darian Adams really feels like he just needs to take the ball over, to take over control of this basketball game and try to see if he can lead a charge for a miracle run here at the end. That time after Carter Henderson closed out, his decision was made to go straight to the basket.
Darian Adams, normally very reliable free throw shooter at 81%, misses the first. Makes the second. The lead is 14. And it comes to James. He is quickly doubled, and he dribbles it off his foot. Oh, I thought it was off of his leg, but now the official who ruled it North Florida basketball says we're going to take a look at it.
Yeah, the call will be North Florida. I don't think it'll take that many looks to possibly change this one. To the naked eye, it looked like it went off the Ospreys. But that's the reason why they institute a replay. So here both coaches will do both. Make sure they try to set up for both offense and defense.
Oh,
yeah.
Off Jay Powell's leg, I think.
Right. Might take one more shot at that one just to make sure, but
I thought it was off of James' leg in real time, but on that, based on that replay, it clearly hit Powell's leg also. Here's another look.
Yep, that's right off the shoe there. And so this will stay with the official call. And, you know, the officials get a lot of flack, but to be able to see that, bang, bang. Really solid. And we don't have a look here. And they will keep it blue ball.
Gamecocks, full court pressure, of course. Need to get the turnover if they can. Hendrickson gets fouled in the backcourt.
And, of course, the key for North Florida will be keep it in the hands of Hendrickson, Lassar, and all the good free throw shooters on this team.
So the player of the game, Carter Hendrickson, steps up to the line and knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1 for point number 27 for Hendrickson.
And his career high lasted all of a game. Career high 26 points the last game against Lipscomb, and already sitting at 27, hoping for 28.
Well, he missed the second. Going to be hard not to consider that young man for ASUN Player of the Week. The way he played tonight, for sure. And the stakes involved with playing the #1 team in the league, who was on a 10-game winning streak coming in.
Yeah, the winning streak up there with some of the best in the country, of course. The Auburn Tigers, also located here in the state of Alabama, sitting at 18 straight wins.
And Placer, a little creativity there on that bucket. 21 in the game for him. Darien has it not loose from behind. Got it back to Finch. Damari King is open, shoots a three ball and knocks it down. Cuts the lead to 14 with just under a minute to play. Placer ahead to James, who ducks it on the other end.
And that could be the exclamation point that the Ospreys needed to cap this one off. And what a performance. And honestly, for the Ospreys, this could do a lot for them as they move forward. Really tough go to start OVC, or to start ASUN play, but they've really come on strong here in the last couple of games. Really competitive in their last game against Lipscomb.
You know, they've had some high point outbursts despite their record. They've scored over 100 twice, in the 90s a couple of times, and sitting here at 86 right now against JSU on the Gamecocks' home floor. They scored 93 against Central Arkansas 2 games ago.
And maybe it's something in the Alabama water that they had at the hotel that they hope to carry with them. They're going to be staying in this state, taking on North Alabama coming up on Saturday.
This was the way they shot the ball tonight, and the production from Hendrickson and Placer. Just Gamecocks just could not catch them. They got as close as 4, and that was it. And the crowd giving Coach Driscoll a hand as he is doing some cleanup duty in front of his bench.
Hey, you know what? It's one of those things about leadership, and trying to do it yourself. And he's obviously in a good mood with his team comfortably ahead and looking to seal this one away.
You don't coach as long as Coach Driscoll and not having cleaned a few floors in your day.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I'm sure he is not too many moons removed from his days of doing that.
A 16-point lead. Jalen Finch drives and lays it in for point number 16. Hendrickson looking for help. Gets it to James. James will dribble it across half court. Give it up to Placer. North Florida just milking the clock. Gamecocks choosing not to foul at this point. Placer drives. Shot is no good. Rebound to Jay Powell. Closing seconds of this one. Powell drives and finishes with a left hand. And that'll do it. North Florida sending some shockwaves through the A-Sun as they come into Jacksonville tonight, Gerhard, and knock off the Gamecocks.
This has been a really, really impressive performance. They have now won 2 of their last 3 in A-Sun.